I know most of us have heard about this concept, sunk cost fallacy, but today we are going to juggle it around a little bit. Now, what is this sunk cost fallacy? Sunk cost fallacy is a cognitive bias where a person keeps investing his time, effort, and resources because of the fact that he has already invested such in the past. Now, it can also be defined as clinging to a mistake because of the time spent making that particular mistake. Now, let me give you an example. This is a personal story. It happened to me. So, there was a buzz about a movie, and I decided to watch this movie. So I went to the cinema and I made a payment for this movie. A very heavy payment to buy this movie ticket. So I got this ticket and I went in. 10 minutes, 15 minutes into this movie, I found out that this movie is nonsense. I was not enjoying it. But because of the fact that I've already paid heavily for this movie, I sat there grudgingly and watched the movie to completion. Normally, the logical thing for me to do is, when I noticed that I was not enjoying the movie, I should have stood up and left. But because of sunk cost fallacy, I had to complete that particular movie. Made my money no waste. Now, another example of this sunk cost fallacies. For example, you take your hard-earned money and you go to the market and you buy you spend a lot on foodstuffs, and you come back home to prepare a delicious meal, and at the end of the preparation you find out that that meal is not really what you wanted. It was a bad meal. It was not tasty. So instead of throwing away this meal and looking for something better, but the fact that you've already invested your time and your money and your resources to the making of this meal, you end up eating that meal grudgingly. So now, in what areas of your life have you experienced this sunk cost fallacy? This sunk cost fallacy can present itself even in relationships, in career, and in different forms in our life. So, where do you think you have experienced this sunk cost fallacy? Now, with a little bit of research, there are 3 pointers to tackle this sunk cost fallacy. The first one is acceptance. You need to accept the fact that the lost money, the lost time, and the lost energy cannot be recovered any longer. You need to accept that particular fact. Then the second one is separation. You need to separate your emotion from your decision making, because when you get emotional about things, you find out that you might not really have the power to move out from such situations. So if you want to fight this sunk cost fallacy, you need to learn how to detach your emotions from your decision making, so you can make legal and logical decisions. Now, the final one is pragmatism. What do I mean by that? This means prioritizing your future over anything else. You need to prioritize your future before your past. You need to have and see reasons why you need to forge ahead. Do as much as possible to cut off the past and forge ahead. That's pragmatism. Now, that is sunk cost fallacy. Now, just another term, another belief which I want us to look at. What is it? Task abandonment. Now, what is this task abandonment? It's just simple. Abandoning tasks so easily, without reason, or maybe due to lack of motivation or lack of resources, you abandon a task. Now, some clinical studies will tell you that it is caused by symptoms of psychological, it's a symptom of psychological conditions like ADHD, depression, and lack of motivation, and a lot of things. But that's not what we are going into now, But Look at the difference between this and sunk cost fallacy. Task abandonment means abandoning tasks so soon, while sunk cost fallacy is holding on to tasks so long. Now, what do you think about these two concepts? How does these two concepts play? Can we discuss about this? Please, I would like to see what you mean. I would like to see how you understand these two concepts in the comment section. Please take your time, comment, so we can talk about this. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. Ich bin sehr dankbar. I know most of us have